I'm Alan Johnson, KU2Y, and this is the CubeSatSim software configuration video. So I have my Pi Zero here with the micro SD card that's been programmed with the CubeSatSim software, and I'm ready to power it up and make some customizations to it. Now I'm showing it here when we do it with just the Pi Zero here. You can also do it when the Pi Zero is plugged into all the other CubeSatSim boards as well. It's just a little harder to get to the connectors, but it works perfectly fine. So the easiest way to do this, if your computer supports RNDIS, or Remote Network Driver Interface, also known as Gadget, what you can do is you can just plug a micro USB cable, plug it into your computer, and you'll be able to immediately connect to it over IP, and you'll be able to log in. Now, if you're not able to do that, then the other alternative is you can plug in an HDMI monitor here and a keyboard there. To do an HDMI monitor, you'll need a mini HDMI to full-size HDMI adapter. And for your keyboard, you'll probably need a cable that converts the micro USB to full-size USB there. And make sure that when you're doing USB plugins that you plug in on this one here, the middle one. This outer one is only for power. And so you will need to plug another USB cable in there to power it up. And if you do that, then you can just use the keyboard and monitor to do all the commands. But I'm going to be doing it using the Gadget USB, so I'm going to log into my computer here. So you can see the Pi Zero is powering up. You got the green LED blinking. If you ever power it up and nothing happens with that LED, it probably means either you've left out the micro SD card or it's not programmed. The Pi Zero will simply not boot up. But as it does that, it takes a minute for it to power up, run the software. So let's try logging in here. So I'm going to do the SSH command, and you can just type the host name here, .local. Now I'm doing this on my Mac, but you can just bring up a terminal window in Windows or any Linux distribution that you're using. So the first time you log in, you always get this message saying the key is not known. And so you want to type yes to connect. And now you're prompted for the password. And the default password is Raspberry. Now, once you log in, you notice that it says that it has the Raspberry Pi CubeSatSim software installed. If you don't get this message, then you would need to follow the instructions to install the software. But in this case, that install's already been done, or we used an image of a preloaded software. Now, it's a good idea to first thing to do is to set the password to something else. So put in the old password and then put in a new one. Okay, so now I've been that. We won't get this warning every time now saying that it's a security risk to keep reusing the default software. Okay, now one other thing you might want to do is to immediately put the CubeSatSim on your Wi-Fi. So you can do that by typing sudo raspi config and then enter. So this is the Raspberry Pi configuration, and you can either type a 1 for system options, or you can just hit return. And the first one there is wireless LAN. Hit return again, and now you can just type in the SSID and the password for your Wi-Fi, and then you will be on the network. Now, while you're connected like this, chances are it will share the Wi-Fi of your computer. So one thing you might want to do also is, as it suggests here, is do an update. So I'm going to type the update command, which is CubeSatSim/update, and hit return. Now, if you did not have Wi-Fi, you would get a failure saying that you can't do things. Okay, so that went through and updated the software. Sometimes when you update the software, it requires a reboot. But here we are all set. So we know we're running on the latest software. We've changed the password. We've joined the Wi-Fi. So now one thing you might want to do is configure your own call sign. So if I type in CubeSatSim/config --C, C for call sign, and hit return. So it defaults with AMSAT as the call sign. So I can enter my call sign here, and this is actually going to reboot. To do that, you see how the green LED is flickering there, and that means I will need to log back in as well. So that'll take a minute here. So instead of waiting for that window to time out here, I'm just going to log back in here. SSH pi at CubeSatSim. Now notice now it doesn't tell me the key is not known because I said yes last time. And I need to type in my new password this time. Okay, and then one other configuration you might want to make is to set the latitude and longitude. That way it will go into the APRS packets with your location. So, so currently it's set to be 0, so I could put in, for example, I could put in 40 degrees north and minus 70 degrees, for example. And so now that will, the CubeSat Sim will have that. Okay, so those are the most common configurations that you want to do to your CubeSat Sim. You want to set the password, you want to put it on your Wi-Fi, update the software, and set your call sign and latitude and longitude.